What's up, people? So there's a couple things I want to get done today. First of all, I want to check the brake. Someone mentioned to me that the brake had locked up in the front. I don't know. It's actually pretty easy to push, so I don't think that's the case, but I'll check it out. I also want to get the levers on so I can actually get the thing rideable. And I do want to diagnose a weird idle that the bike has. Let me show you what I mean. So the bike is currently on choke, but watch when I take it off choke. Yeah, so when I start it with the choke, it idles like it should normally without the choke, but then when I turn it off choke, basically it just starts idling super high, and the throttle response, whenever you just give it a little bit of gas, it starts revving super high for like 10 or 15 seconds. So I'm thinking the carburetor just needs to get poked around in a little bit more. So that's what I'm going to do first, I think, and then we'll diagnose the drum brakes, see if I need to do any maintenance on that, and then get the levers on and see if we can take it on a first ride. I don't know. That's kind of optimistic, but we'll see what I can do. I've taken this thing off and put it back on like 4 different times. This is starting to get a little bit frustrating, but I'm pretty much like a pro at taking it off now. So this is the old carburetor that I just cleaned out. Here's the new one that I took off that was jetted improperly, as I mentioned in the last video. So stupid, freaking China. But okay, so anyway, I rebuilt this one, and I'm thinking it's probably just these little jets are still clogged right here. Those little bypass airways. And I think that's probably why it's acting funny. But we'll see once I get this thing taken apart. So what I have here are some really small little needle type things. I don't even know what these are called, but anyway, you poke them through the little holes and it cleans out whatever it needs to clean out. So that's what I'm going to be doing right now. Okay, so what I'm trying now is I'm actually going to see if I can just put the float from the aftermarket carburetor into the original carb and see if I can get it, you know, maybe these things, because like this float from the original carburetor is just so old, just so worn out. I'm thinking that I'm just going to replace the float and see if I can get it running a lot better that way. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Okay, so I gave it a nice cleaning. I'm just going to put the new aftermarket float in it, just so it's going to be moving freely, and I can make certain that it's just not the float that's causing the problems. All right, now while I'm here, I'm also just gonna use a bunch of parts from the new carburetor, and so I'm just gonna get the gasket. A new gasket in here as well. making progress? Are we making progress? Nah. Oh, it's running a lot better now. Shoot. All right, not bad. Fun. A lot of fun. My diagnosis, being a professional mechanic, I say it runs. I say it's good. I think it's all good. You have to start it in choke, but it's all good. I think it just needs more fuel running through it and some more, just to get going a little bit. So I think that's the main problem. I'm also thinking it might be the spark plug. This is the one I just pulled out. It's pretty dirty. Not too bad, but I'm gonna try the new one and see if we can get something better. I actually like the performance of the stock one, so I'm oh frick. Or this one I just pulled out. So I'm actually just going to clean this up and probably stick it back in. Get the same model spark plug as this one that was already in it. Because that one's a little bit different. I'm sure it's something like that. And the little kinks and stuff I can work out over time. Not a big deal. But I think I'm going to get the brakes checked right now. Hopefully get both levers on. Clean and lubricate the clutch lever. Let's get everything good so I can take it on a nice long drive, hopefully. But yeah, man, let's do it. Let's get those brakes done. Alright, so I thought I'd start by actually getting the levers on. That way I can actually test the brake and whatnot. So that makes a lot more sense to do that. So that's what I'm going to do. I don't think there's a difference between these two, so I'll just start sticking them on. Looks like the lubricant that I want is gone. Yep, it's gone. So I'm just gonna use some silicone spray and just get it loosened up a little bit. And once I get the actual cable, clutch cable lubricant, I'll do it a little better. But today is just to get it loosened up, see if I can, before I put the lever on, just to see if I can get it going on a ride or something a little bit later. But okay, that's a little bit better. Yeah, I keep saying it, but once I get the actual chain or the cable lubricant, it's gonna be so much easier than that even. And that's even pretty easy. So as far as the brake cable goes, we have this brake cable. I'm not sure if it's for this bike or another Honda dirt bike we have, but I'm gonna give it a try, see if we can't just get this one on, make it a little bit easier if I don't have to order another part. All right. So it turns out the brake cable actually is for a different bike, and instead of trying to fit it on still, I'm just going to order a new brake cable and and get the right size for it, just so it's not, because it was sticking up like this before. Would have worked, but I just want the proper size so we don't have to worry about that later. But right now, hey, it is rideable. I got pretty much what I wanted to do today done. I got the carburetor rebuilt again. It's running decently. Took my first small ride on it. Got into second gear. So transmission's feeling good. Let's see, I got the new levers on it and I tested out the brakes. So yeah, once I get the new brake cable in, then I can install these and this thing will probably be about ready to ride and we'll go from there. So, okay guys, as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next build series video.